One of the most interesting aspect of retro nostalgic gaming, and you can see me here playing Super Mario 3 from the NES system or the Famicom system if you're in Japan, is the notion that saving didn't work the same way. It's going a little blurry there, sorry. Saving didn't work the same way. In fact, many games, including Super Mario Bros. 3, for the NES, did not have any functional way to natively save. So you basically had to beat the whole game in one setting. Obviously, this is also true for the Super Mario Brothers, the original, because essentially there was no space to save. They'd maxed out the usage on these cartridges that existed at the time. The result was you were a very sad kid when the power went out. There was no autosave. There was no functional way to save in the game. Later iterations, like on the Super NES, like Mario All-Stars that ported in this game in particular, allowed for saves, but even those were limited. The best thing about modern day retro gaming is the fact that you can sit there and just save the games as needed. But unfortunately, that also has kind of spoiled a lot of younger gamers. You see, like my son trying to play this, played it for like 30 minutes, came back to it, and was furious to find out that he did not have his level saved and there was no autosave function. The result was he doesn't want to play it again. Even today, you think about modern like Pokemon games, you end up having situations where like autosave functions are only just now being implemented on like the Switch and Switch 2. It's an amazing just event that's taken place where it used to be that every time you played a game, you had to commit to yourself to either writing down a full-length code on certain NES games or just relying on, the power not going out and having the ability to actually, continue your game after you left it on all night against your parents' wishes, so in their power bill. So that's kind of how we always got around it. But man, the number of times where I would start playing Mario 3 and other games, and I would just leave it running. I'd turn the TV off, but I'd leave the game system running, trying to be sneaky, and then I'd come back and I'd see my alarm clock blinking, knowing that the power blipped for just long enough for the power to go out, which meant I lost all my progress. The fury I would feel when this would take place. It's just indescribably frustrating. But today, kids have autosave. They don't got to worry about that mess, which means they don't have to plan prep. It also means game companies like Nintendo no longer have a reason to have warp pipes or the flutes in this game that would allow you to pass through levels and speed up the process of playing. So you have much longer games, which is a good thing because it's more content, more playtime, more bang for your buck as the consumer. But man, there's just something about the high stakes of playing a game that doesn't have a native save function.